Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Good morning. There she is. Shamagori's there too, huh? That's great. Yeah, it was a great class that both you and River did today. It's amazing, actually. Yeah, realizations are really getting good. Really good. Astounding, actually.
Have you seen class of yesterday and the day before, Guru Maharaj?
I think I just saw yesterday's. I mean, this morning's.
When
Yeah, yeah, she was reading. It was beautiful. Nice. Mm.
BTC 2016.
Oh, what is this again? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gauda Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gauda Bhakta Vrinda. Jesus, Paul, Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jesus, Paul, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Jesus, Paul, Shri Advaita, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare. Oh my Lord, Hare Krishna. Oh my Lord, Sri Krishna. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna. Oh my Lord Sri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Ah, ah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri. Oh my Lord, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Whew. Hare Krishna. Whew. Okay, little break. It's pretty intense. Oh, wow. Krishna, my goodness. Um, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda. This is Adi Leela. Well, actually, yeah, let's do another one too here. Duplicate. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This is chapter 9 of the Adi Leela, the desire tree of devotional service. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto, here we go, a new window. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across a great ocean. Even a dog can swim. I like that verse that Lalita read this morning, or actually Shamaguri, I think, read it. You know, Lord Chaitanya, Haridas was saying, Lord Chaitanya appeared in this world as a devotee to deliver the world. He appeared as a devotee. See, that's why it's no difference between Lord Chaitanya and the spiritual master, because you see, and the perfect tattva, the perfect, if you're a connoisseur, people don't like connoisseurs in this world. They get envious of them. You can't blame them, because connoisseurs, they eat the finest. They're like the elites. Those elites, everybody's jealous of. Oh, look at these guys. They, fly anywhere, go anywhere they want. Eh? There's only one really great place to go that even the elites can't go, and that's here. Okay? That's where the Lord is. Lord Chaitanya is. It's a place that even the elites can't go. Well, they could if they got wind of this. See? When the Lord is in this universe, what does it say? When the Lord is in this universe, the living entities are delivered. See? That's why people get delivered here. Why? Because the Lord is here. See? People can deny all they want, but this is the truth. That's why I say they're all going to apologize at some point. Always like this. First resistance, then acceptance. So when deliverance is here, see, the spiritual master is here because the Lord comes as the spiritual master. Never saying they're God, then that's this illusion, that Mayavadi crapola. No, devotee. To taste the mellows of devotion and to distribute them. See, same thing. This is the same thing that the Lord did. He tasted the mellows of devotion and distributed it. He just did it on a wider scale. We do it on a bit of a smaller scale here, but the job gets done. Man. So that's why, so the Lord came here as a devotee, to plant the seed of devotion. And that's why, he's the spiritual master of the entire universe. Can you imagine? Why wouldn't you want to have such a spiritual master? Don't, everybody you can become more opulent than the elites in this world. And I just use that as an example because people, they think, oh, being an elite, look at them, they do anything they want, everything. You don't know the karmic load that those guys carry. Ooh, wow. See, that's whenever you do something in the wrong way, that's what happens. And Maya is always causing people to do things in the wrong way. See, that's when the Lord comes here. He gets people, or he tries to induce them to do things the right way. Okay? The right way now in this Kali Yuga, because the Lord is here and because we're preaching the Lord. See, the Lord is. You got to preach the Lord. You got to preach His real teachings to get the effect. Otherwise, it's slow, like Haridas was saying this morning. Yeah, if you chant the holy name with offenses, you don't get the result very soon. See? Very soon. If you chant this to become guru, you know how many people became guru because they chant Hare Krishna and they had the association of Prabhupada and their desire was to become guru, and then it doesn't work very good. So you don't get the desired result very fast. You'll have to wait a lifetime or 2 or 3 or who knows. And their followers too, who believe, they also have to wait because of their association. See? You want to be successful in chanting the holy name? Can you imagine you chant with people that have prema? Look at Ajamil. He chanted not even calling for Krishna, just Nama Bas. It wasn't pure. It wasn't like, it wasn't even a tenth of the chanting you see here. And look at the real. That's why I say, or any of you devotees, when you get this potency, and many of you have it already, just got to use it, man. You just sit there and you just say something on the internet, man. You write something, and people get purified. How do you know? They throw tomatoes at you. They hate you. They rage at you. Oh, wow. That's potent. So don't misunderstand. You have God potency, God's energy. He's expressing through you. Just like Jesus, just like Lord Caitanya, just like their followers. See, we got this precious gift. They think everybody's teaching by the works you can get it, like the Moses way. Oh, yeah, yeah. You got to do all these rules and regulations. Well, when Lord Chaitanya is here and he's here as a devotee, as a bona fide guru, and the Lord says, okay, here you go. Here's your authorization. You see, I got the authorization to preach this. I have the full approval of Prabhupada to preach this. I don't care. It could be a million of these people, devotees, who don't know what I'm doing here and don't know that this has the approval of Prabhupada. They think I'm going against, but no, this has approval. He wants people. Whoever accepts this preaching, you so easily get a relationship with Lord Chaitanya. Look at Maria. Look at Amy as an example of these things. Look at Shamaguri. Look at everybody that accepts this preaching with their heart. It touches them and they say, wow, this is real. Look what happens. Happened to me too. I just got the book of Jesus, the book of John. This person, he's real. He's for real. And boom, that was it. That's faith. He came to deliver people. See? And he did, right? See, Jesus' teachings was different than Pharisees and Brahmins and all that, right? You notice our teachings are different than Pharisees and Brahmins and all that too, huh? Different, huh? Very, very one-pointed, huh? We don't mix things. Like that guru is very nice, but he's like mixing little things, mixing this guru with that guru. And they came to me, and that's it. It's kind of a blasé preaching to me. I mean, I like, see, when deliverers are here, I mean, we don't mess around, man. We come and get the job done. Let's get the spirit. I mean, let's not, all that kind of mixing with just Sridhar Maharaj and Narayan Maharaj and Prabhupada, and you mix it all together, and then you get, you got to work your butt off. You got to be nice, and you got to do the etiquettes, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and hey, man, we'll see you in Goloka in a 3, 4, 10, who knows how many lifetimes. Okay? That's the kind of preaching you get. Here we just do the friggin' job because it's one pointed. No, only worship pure devotees. One pointed, exactly what they did then. They did not accept mundane persons as transcendental or people that haven't proven. Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certain. See, certainly, not doubtfully, certainly. Do you hear that word? Certain. This is from Lord Caitanya himself. Let me reiterate. Certainly, the spiritual man is Narayan Raj. A bona fide spiritual master to deliver people to Vrindavan? Certainly. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen one devotee that has any devotion like the devotion here. So how can I be certain? Now, I'm nothing against the person. He was dedicated, right? Sincere. He was doing best he can. But I'm here to do the job, man. I want a certain. I want some. Don't you want somebody who is certainly the spiritual master? Or do you want somebody, I don't know, they say, and, maybe, but all I've gotten is a bunch of rules and regulations in the name of purebhakti.com and ceremonies and etiquettes and mixing like the nice devotee. I mean, he's a nice devotee, but I know what he got from Narayana. I was there and I heard the teachings. It's all like that. Well, one guru gives this kind of bhakti and that kind of bhakti and that kind, and that's not even in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's all friggin' speculations. Where do you see? Do you see that any kind of teaching like that in the Chaitanya? It says, no, you, this person awakens devotion for Krishna is certainly spiritual master. Whereas all these different gurus with different bhaktis, your mind gets your head spinning. That's what I got from Narayan Raj and Sridhar. They're all kind of like, they would like to be authorities, but they're not the authorities here. The authority is here, isn't it? We get the job done. People get ecstatic devotion here. No, it's certain here. Not like, well, they all say, and he's oh wow, flowery words, and this kind of guru, and that kind of guru, and this kind of guru. Oh, there's so many pure devotee gurus out there, but nobody gets ecstatic love like here, right? No, certainly the spiritual master, It's so certain these people will just fly off the handle because it's so certain here. When they hear, they get so purified by these words. Oh, I like that guru. I like that guy. He's a nice guy, man. He did the best he can. Like he said, Lord, the Lord sent him these different devotees. Yeah, he sent them. He also sent them to me, and I analyzed every one of them and came to this conclusion that I preach vigorously. That's the Gaudiya Vaishnava thing. Nothing much gets done because it's all like just it's watered down, not with the essence. It's all in the books, isn't it? I just preach what's in the books and look at the potency. Just like it is, man. When you're ready to be delivered, you get the bona fide spiritual master. And what do they teach? If you're in this Kali Yuga, and you are lucky to know about this illustrious spiritual master of the universe, you preach that mercy. And the Lord uses you and gives you that revelation and realization. You preach the good, greatest, most fantastic news that you ever heard. That's the kind of preaching here. You don't like this kind of preaching, or you think it's just like anybody else, or one of those many gurus out there that you're promoting, that Narayan Raj promoting, this kind of guru, that kind of guru. Well, you don't get the kind of ecstasy you see in River. See, that's the mercy of Lord Caitanya. That's when Lord Caitanya is here as the bona fide spiritual master that you're certain of. Preserve certain results. Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. And we know how to do that easily. We deliver the mercy of Lord Caitanya. We're his representatives in the world. He likes our preaching. He likes people certain of the certain way. To preach in a certain way, just like the book preaches. They call it devotee Bhagavat. You preach like the book, not speculating on that thing. That's why I didn't see one devotee in the Narayan Raj group that had ecstatic devotion. Not even one. Because it's all these flowery things. And I'm not saying he's not a good guy. But you see, I'm here to preach Lord Chaitanya's philosophy. And that is specific. Yeah. Yeah, it's not about just being a good guru. There's a lot of good Pharisees, a lot of good Brahmins. There's a lot of good sannyasis in ISKCON and all that. Yeah. But where's this fantastic ecstatic devotion where you laugh and you cry, which is the heart of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas? Where's the Gaudiya Vaishnavas' heart? I've only seen it here. I had to create Madhyamadikaris, because it's Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. I couldn't find a sadhu out there that could recognize this ecstasy. I had to create them. Can you imagine their Shamaguri? I had to create some sadhus So I have some family members here because it's getting lonely. All I had was me and my Lord Chaitanya and Radha Krishna, and we're getting bored being on this planet without any friends. You feel sad for us? It's a sorry situation. We had to do something about that. Oh, I forgot Paul. Jesus from Paul. Yeah, so we're here, to do a specific job and just get people to laugh and cry, and get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, because that's the only path worthwhile on this planet. Everything else is so much harder. Everybody should follow this mercy and hear this mercy and get cleared off. And learn about the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya. You know. I mean, I'm not here, for if you just want to follow the path of not very soon, not very soon means some lifetimes. Like Narayan Raj said, oh, prema, that's a high thing. There's many lifetimes before you're going to get that. Yeah, that's when you become guru like that without having the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya. It's true. Not many lifetimes you won't be able to promote this. His devotees don't like this preaching. What's that saying? What's that saying? If his devotees don't like this preaching, you think he is distributor of Lord Chaitanya's mercy? If his devotees don't like this preaching that produces the effect of prema bhakti, that shows you they need some help, right? That's all. I'm not against. I want to help them, but you gotta. Hey, man, truth will set you free. But if you don't believe in the truth, what can be done? The contamination stays, and okay, many lifetime path for you. You can end it. Everybody can end it. These gurus can end it. Not only for themselves, but preach the real mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Because the, the mercy of Lord is this kind of ecstatic worship. It was only here when Lord Chaitanya was here. And if you happen to meet a real associate, which is very rare, that kind specific type of worship, the very intimate, Vraj Bhakti, man, which causes you to laugh and cry and ready to jump out of your skin, is so good, so ecstatic, manifests, and only then. So, anyway, let's hear about Lord Chaitanya's. Yeah. People say, "Oh, you shouldn't offend devotees." "Oh, well, you shouldn't talk about devotees. You shouldn't offend them. You shouldn't." What are we here for? Is it about offending anybody? Isn't it about learning about bhakti? What do we? It's amazing to me. People don't like being personal. Oh, that's too personal to mention Narayan Raj's name or Sridhar's name. Prabhupada did. He would often know, well, Sridhar did this and Sridhar did that. This God brother's envious. It's a personal thing. Has he got a vendetta against anybody? No, he's a devotee Bhagavat. What does that mean? Oh, they use personal examples to teach the Bhagavatam. See, nobody understands the mind of a person who has actually realized Lord Chaitanya's mercy deeply. They don't understand that a devotee Bhagavat is like the book Bhagavat, only a little better, because they teach you the book Bhagavat, but in life, in living color, and you feel the impression, man, goes right in deep, makes a deep impression. And there's the Daksha there. He's got a name, right? He's a person. We need persons to teach the Bhagavatam. See? If you cannot name an obstacle, they even know this in in uh, in the Vatican. They have these the people who exorcise demons. You got to name the demon. If you don't name the demon, they don't come out. See, I got to name the obstacle, and the obstacle has people behind it, persons, dakshas, or liberators like Shivas. See, so you got to name these things so people can identify. Oh, really? That was an obstacle? Yes, my friend, speculation is it. That's not the mercy of Lord Chaitanya now. For whatever it is, it's certain here. See? People just come. Look, Maria comes. I interviewed her yesterday. It was an interview. Yeah. Okay, Maria, what happened? Did you meet Lord Chaitanya? Yeah, yeah. You just came and Lord Chaitanya came. Do you love Lord Chaitanya? Oh yeah, I just he's my best friend and all of that. Where do you get that? You know what they teach in all the speculation. Nobody knows how people get their relation. Oh well, the way you do, the guru comes and they give you your form, your manjari form, and you meditate this way and that way and all these different ways. And then my ex-wife who left here, being foolish like she was, okay, she left here. She goes and gets a guru like that. Oh yeah, just the Nanta Das Babaji. Oh yeah, you meditate on your form. Your Manjari form is like this. And she tried to do it. She couldn't do it, man. And she tried for years, and she finally gave up. She said, I can't follow this path. But she had a path where your form is spontaneously manifest. I mean, I'm just telling you. It actually says that. The devotees say that too. When you're actually evolve, the Lord shows you these things spontaneously from within. What it's like you naturally feel a certain way because you've been purified. But they don't teach that because everybody's speculating on the friggin' issue, and therefore nobody gets it. 20 years she followed that path and never got her Manjari form or whatever form that she was given. And very hard. You got to have hours of just meditating on this, and because it's not the real path, man. The real path is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And the more I see the miracles, the more faith I get in myself. Oh yeah, that's how it is, Lord. Yeah. See, it's just very simple. You're looking for a guru. Anybody out there looking for a guru? Yes, it is correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. There you go. You need any witnesses of love of Krishna? You want to see what it looks like, and then you want to look in the book and you see it's like that. All these things you get here, and they're all go. Oh, you're such a. You get what's in the book. You get what's in the Word. You get the God living in your body, manifesting spiritual emotions, and they're saying, "Gohar, you're Sahaja. Gohar, who's your guru? Who the heck cares? Come here and get the friggin' love of Krishna." Can you imagine back 500 years? And well, Nityananda, I don't know if I should follow you, man. We don't know who your guru is. You little neophyte. Jesus Christ, I don't know what guru. Who's your guru, man? Well, John the Baptist, man, he came threw a little water on me, and all of a sudden you know, why not just come here and say, hey, look at this girl. She's laughing and crying. Look at how many ecstatic devotees we're making. How about, why even question? Why ask the questions? Just take the friggin' mercy. I mean, come here and then, get this mercy. And then you look in the book and it sparkles, this verses. Where do you get that with people who have certain gurus? You worry about what guru I have. How about, hey, what's going on? Just ask the question, what's going on, and go hard. That's well, let me tell you, because you can't even ask the questions. People are so dumb. I'm afraid to use the word less intelligent because their false egos would burst. What's going on here? You should ask, what's going on here? It's called love of God and the distribution of love of God and the relish of love of God. That's all, and the relishing the truth and tasting the truth, distributing the truth, busting all the illusions from these gurus we're making. Ecstatic prema is emanating. We're making gurus and acharyas here. What, really? You mean Prabhupada's not going to be the only one for 10,000 years? No, we're going to make them now. Acharyas, man, who taste and relish devotion and pass it on to others. Yes, in this very life, you're going to see it. You are seeing it with your own eyes. Why can't I see it? Because you're blind. You got scales on your eye. Because you don't come here. These armchair preachers out there about how fallen Gohari Das is, how low he is, how offensive he is, never even come here once. And they're experts on what we do. Isn't that amazing, Shamaguri? They're expert on what's going on here. And they never even look. Well, it doesn't matter. They can look and they can't see anything. They're blind. So follow your blind leaders. Believe in your these people as authorities who hate and anger and all these things that are in their hearts, and stay here another life or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. Who knows? See, you come here, guaranteed going back to Godhead. He guarantee. I mean, this is scriptures, and I see it before my eyes. People in Godhead already. They don't have to go anywhere. Godhead comes to them. I see it with my own eyes. Therefore, my faith increases. Yeah, hey, that's it. I always love that verse when Jesus said, "Those who believe in me, all their sins are forgiven." You don't think that is going on here and much more? You think more, more than salvation is given here, because not only am I a devotee of Jesus and I have all of that, but I'm a follower of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya and have the authority and the mercy of that also. You don't think that this is like a double barrel shotgun, man? You got Jesus and you got Lord Chaitanya's mercy here. That's why they all come. Maria sees them. Well, Paul, they all want to get in on the show. Why not? They're, it's a family, man. Yeah. Yeah. I love this verse. Glory to Lord Chaitanya Nityananda. Oh, what is this here? Oh, no, this is the wrong thing here. Wait, okay, let's go back here. All right. Yeah, I love this. This verse, I could say, oh, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim over a great ocean. And that's all we preach. I don't preach, no, this guru, that guru. By the way, if that person is listening, I'm not preaching I just use everybody as an example. The truth has no respecter of persons, and it's good that way. Everybody gets purified by the truth, and these are great examples, what people are doing, because you got to understand, in the mind of an associate of Lord Chaitanya, they only see the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. They know what Lord Chaitanya knows. They know that Lord is the greatest personality for this universe. This gives the greatest path for everybody, even a dog. What do you think he's showing in the pastime? A dog. A dog went back to Godhead. That means every friggin' human being should follow such a path when it's available. And it's available because Lord Chaitanya is here. He's here in the form of an associate that is certain. I mean, you analyze from all these verses you're studying. Are you certain the spiritual master, the associate of the Lord here, the Lord comes as that associate? See, that's called faith. That's why from all angles of vision, you examine, you know, is this person tasting devotional mellows like the book says, like Lord Caitanya did, that the also the devotees did? Are they tasting the mellows of devotion? Do they chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra with great ecstatic devotion, like the verse says? See, very specific, isn't it? No room for speculation. No need. Oh, I just relish belting these truths out, man. Roaring them if need be. People don't know. They think, well, I can't taste the mellows. Let me speculate on the verse and create. Whoa, let's see. This means, yeah, certainly the spiritual master, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Oh, that means you can have this kind of guru, that kind of guru, this kind of guru, and that kind of guru. And we all mix them together and just go find, well, why don't you get a Karma Vishnu guru? Why don't you get a this kind of guru and that kind of guru? Well, come on, man. You want some solid preaching, man? Just preach the mercy of Lord Caitanya. That is the only thing that is important in this whole universe, my friends. Because that mercy is a direct portal to Vrindavan. So that, and it's the highest. People in Vaikuntha, a liberated place, can't attain that. That's attainable now, right now. Now. They have to come here if they want to attain that. They can't get it there. That's what it is. When a devotee is here, they come from Vaikuntha, even if they want to go to Vrindavan. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is nothing like it. He's a spirit. You think these are just the verses? They're just verses, and we'll bring some other things in there. This guru and that guru. Where does it say this guru and that guru? How about an associate of Lord Chaitanya? Yeah, and there you go. Then you're like, you see, wow, I was a dog myself, doggish person, and I'm swimming over this ocean. Because the real mercy of the Lord is coming through an associate who the Lord is coming as the associate. My goodness. An associate must be here because that mercy is here. Those conclusive understandings here. After you listen to a few of these classes and you go and listen to all this hodgepodge, mishi-mashi preaching, and you see why love of God didn't come to the Narayan Raj group and the Gaudiya Math group and even the ISKCON group. And the only reason Prabhupada just left that work for me, that's all. He set the stage. He knew what he was doing. That's why he came, says, okay, Gauri, has my approval. Krishna appeared also. Okay, people who believe you're preaching, they'll get my darshan. Otherwise, not. There'll be a mini lifetime thing because Narayan Maharaj wasn't here to do that. Maybe he helped, help people learn about these different things and all that. But you gotta, you gotta come to this stage, man. You gotta taste these mellows. Otherwise, they're going to go their whole lives thinking they're on the path, the greatest path, and all that. No, this is the greatest path. No, that's the truth. Is this is the greatest path until proven otherwise, and it'll never be proven otherwise because we've proven it the way it is. See, you can prove otherwise that this kind of mercy is somewhere else, but where you got to see these symptoms of this ecstatic love. If you don't, then everybody should come here. Gurus, I don't care what kind of, my Guru Dave is so great. Yeah, do you have the ecstatic devotion you see in Lalita Ganga and Johan and River, and whoever else is here got it? If you don't, everybody should come here. Why shouldn't everybody get the mercy of Lord Caitanya? It's so rare. Once every four. Why? I shouldn't preach like this. I should do the lazy dazi kind of preaching. The blasé kind of preaching. Lord Caitanya comes once every 4,320,000,000 years. And I got to preach, well, you can get this kind of guru and that kind of guru. By the way, thank you for that. It's great for my preaching there, so thank you for sharing those. I mean, that's a real, people have these kind of realizations, and I just want to say we can tweak those things and understand it's all about the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And that mercy is here. And if it's somewhere else, this will be its style. Firm, firm conviction in Lord Chaitanya and the path he taught and proving it. Firm conviction. Convict. I like that word. Conviction. Convict. See? Need the uncommon preceptor, right? Shamaguri, the uncommon preceptor. He's a convict. I'm a convict in the world. Jesus was a convict. They thought he should be in jail. He needs to be controlled. The same thing. I preach on the internet. This guy's a convict. Yeah, you're right. I'm convicted, man. I'm here to convict you. Convince that I'm convicted, man, that this is the path. Yeah, man. Hey, man, my Lord doesn't just come here he only comes here once in a blue moon. I'm not going to be teaching any other path or any other good. Hey, man, you got the mercy of Lord Caitanya? Yes or no? You're in a court of law now. I think so. Well, what are the symptoms? Hey, you don't know what you're a top-notch lawyer here, man. I got a hat like that. Whatever's necessary, the Lord gives me. Gohar, you got to be a one-man band for a while till you get everybody up to speed. You ever see those one-man band guys? They're out there, they play a thing with their foot, and they got their head going. Yeah, it's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. It's nothing like it. It's wonderful. It's so easy. It's so easy. Just come here and just come and listen. It's really true. You guys are preaching the wrong friggin' thing. Narayan Raj, I mean, it's okay. You did what you did, and you did your mission and all that. But that preaching has to step aside. No. Yeah. Diminish. All of it, Vaidhi Bhaktis, all of that. Now the mercy has been authorized on Prabhupada's order and Krishna's blessing. Personally, this is all real. That everybody get love of Krishna. Just simply, look at how I mean, what is Krishna doing? Showing people, trying to get idiots to understand what's plainly obvious. Person walks into our life, and then Lord Chaitanya walks right into her life. Don't people want that? You know how many devotees are doing their rules, regulations, everything? They don't have that. That's just being favorable to a devotee. Yeah, and of course, maybe from other lifetimes too, there's that too. But could you imagine being around people that are attracted to like a sangha like this, that their relationships awaken quickly? Can you imagine the benefit you're going to get in your own chanting to move along the path 10 times faster or 100 times faster? Yeah, so let's see here. God, I keep doing the wrong thing here. Okay, let's try this here. I'm going to read that. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual master of the entire world, Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a dog can swim across a great ocean. That ocean is various conclusions. See, this verse is related to the other verse in the Lord's tour of South India. Okay? See, all relations. I love it. The verses are related. It's like the devotees are related. The verses are all related. Yeah. Krishnadas Kaviraj said, the Lord came and he preached what you're hearing here. This kind of preaching, very specific, very intense, very committed, very convicted. He preached like that. And he broke to pieces all these other philosophies. And so Krishna said they were like crocodiles of various theories, biting everybody. See? And ultimately when an associate of the Lord is here preaching the true path, taking off the brambles of pure devotional service. See, that's the kind of preaching of Prabodhananda Saraswati you see in real life. If you hear this preaching and then you read that poem, Nectar Moon of Lord Caitanya, you see it's the same preaching. That's when people got love of God. Where's the etiquette in that? He said, giving up all these useless. Why are gurus here? See, this is the thing. You mix Sridhar's teachings and Narayan Raj's teachings and Prabhupada's teachings, and what you get is water down stuff. You don't get stuff that produces love of Krishna. See, Prabodhananda Saraswati's poem produces love of Krishna. Why? Because what people preach now in contemporary Vaishnavism was not preached then. He says, give up all these useless paths. What does Gaura Hari say? Give up all these useless paths. Get the mercy of Lord Caitanya. See, that's devotee Bhagavad. See, the book is saying that. There was a person, right, that wrote the poem that was convicted like that. So you need a living person like that now to preach that book. See, and again, related to the verse, chapter 1 of Adi Lila, see, and by the action of the book Bhagavad, there you go, that poem, these verses, and the convicted devotee Bhagavat with conviction and truth and grace coming through. See, the mellows of devotion are instilled in the heart of the devotee. Oh, wow, this is such a place. Wow. This is so, as it is, the Ritvik group would faint if they knew the truth about what was going on here. They would see how ludicrous everything they say. Oh, go, how are you doing this? Are you doing that? They're just children, babies. Yeah, the mother doesn't and father doesn't. When the baby kicks, the babies, what are you going to do? They're all crying, go on, Democrats, complaining, Democrat Vaishnavas. Go on, he's showing feelings, man. He's showing love. He's not supposed to do that. Prabhupada said, and Sridhar Maharaj said, don't show your feelings, and you should follow what they say, because they didn't show feelings, and you shouldn't show. Like a devotee is actually under their control. The control of that illusions and obstacles and all that. Okay. I did the same thing again. All glories to Lord Caitanya, who is known as Gaura Hari. All glories to Advaitacharya and Nityananda. I love this. All glories to Lord Caitanya, who is known as Gaura Hari. See, Lord Caitanya and Krishna. Gaura Hari. Gora and Krishna. That's Guru, man. That's an associate of Lord Chaitanya. They're Gora Hari. See, in that sense, Gora Hari Das. Oh, wow, what a name I got! It's amazing, Gora Hari. No wonder I preach. We should be. It should be Gora Hari. Gora Hari Paul Jesus. Who's your guru? Gora Hari Paul Jesus. Das. Gora Hari Paul Jesus Das. Yeah, he's definitely their servant. When he comes, they all come. I was initiated 5 times. First time was 5 times. I was scared. I wanted to find the real one. Every one of them said, "Oh, well, we got the real thing." Oh, that's all. They're not qualified. They all said, even the rhymers. Oh, what are you doing though? You got to get reinitiated. I had a bunch, 5 gurus. All right, 5 initiations. They all said, "No, no, it's okay. We'll They love the reinitiations. Oh yeah, we'll reinitiate. Yeah, of course, yeah, because we got the real thing. Yeah, yeah. 5 initiations, and not one of them initiated my spiritual ecstasy. Really, not one of them. It was already initiated, so I didn't really. I was. Can you reinitiate it? I mean, actually, it went down in their association. Joined the Narayan Raj group, and it was purebhakti.com, right? Pure Bhakti. Oh, it's Pure Bhakti or Pure. So I come there, and all of a sudden I started to go bland. All my realization was gone. I was a Vaidhi Bhakti again. And because of that, it's all by association. So I'm associating with everybody, and I got a white dhoti, and a nice white bead bag. Everything was bland, white, no color, no preaching. Lost all these realizations, just covered. Same thing in ISKCON. Same thing with the Radhakund Babajis. Bland, just. And then I got out of that association. And then I got the books of Prabhupada again, and boom, it all comes back. And gradually I put 2 and 2 together. I said, wow, what a realization this is. See, it came in with this. This is a big mission here. You notice his preaching is different than everybody's, isn't it? Isn't it? Different than everybody's. Except what's in the book. That's the trick. I just preach what's in the book. They don't get the love of Krishna manifesting in anybody else. I just preach what's in the book. Yeah, it's very different than 1,000 gurus that don't produce love of Krishna. This is produced here because I'm preaching what's really in the book that they don't know, that those 5 initiations didn't give me. I already had it. So the Lord has to send somebody like that. Otherwise, nothing gets done. To me, this is getting something done. Let's get the mercy of Lord Caitanya flowing again, for God's sake. It's here. It was as soon as the incarnation is here. That means it's meant to be manifest. But the Lord has to be kept here by the preaching. Otherwise, you water it down with all these other. You're not preaching the mercy. What? There's no reason now. Prabhupada wrote those books. He knew there is a time coming, that mercy of the Lord. He knows that this is happening. He's behind all of this. The whole parampara is. See, there's no way anybody can defeat the mercy of Lord Caitanya, that preaching, because I'm preaching it. And after a while, people will have to admit, Gaur is preaching the mercy. It is being distributed. So what can we do, Okay, wave your white flags out, for God's sake. The sooner the better for you. You may die at this time. Who knows? Weird things are coming. Just wave that white flag. Just okay. We're outdone. You're outdone. You're outshined. You're out preached. You're out ecstasied. Just admit it. If you do, then you've repented. That's repentance. That's it. Yeah. Otherwise, all this watered down stuff that doesn't do anything. See, the uncommon preceptor. Oh yeah, the verse. Let me verse. They say, "How can this be true, Gohar, that you have to have a different opinion than those thousands of ISKCON gurus and Gaudiya Math and Gaudiya Smith? Why does it have to be that way? Because the verse says so. You cannot understand. You cannot understand. What does it say? Oh yeah, the solid truth of real religious principles is hidden in the heart of an unadulterated, self-realized soul. A person's opinion that doesn't differ from others, that kind of person, is not a self-realized soul. Your opinion has to differ from all the people that are not self-realized, and that's most people in the world. Most are not. So therefore, their opinions are going to be different than yours. But your opinion is going to differ, but in such a way that the mercy of the Lord of deliverance is going to flow. That's how it always works. That's why Jesus' opinion was different than the Pharisee teachers of the world. See, their opinion could not produce the Holy Spirit, but Jesus's did. Okay? The only reason Prabhupada's opinion didn't produce love of Krishna at that time is he held it back. It was in his books, and he preached the preliminaries. Vaidhi Bhakti. Get used to Krishna. He's blue and all that. Learn about go on pilgrimage and all that stuff. See, now it's the postgraduate time for the mercy of Lord Caitanya needs to be preached, and then love of God manifests. And what else do you need? What else is left to accomplish? All you do is develop that forever. You're perfect. When love of Krishna awakens, you're perfect. And then you just develop that mellows forever. It goes on and on. Ask the people here. They know. Are you progressing in that there? Everybody. How about you, River? Are you progressing and you feel yourself developing? Yeah. This is it. See that this is perfect. She's delivered. Practically in before it. I mean, can you prove out there that your disciples or your devotees are delivered? Deliverance is these symptoms here. You're delivered in Lord Chaitanya's grace, and therefore you get the highest mercy, not just liberation. Like Jesus basically gave salvation. This is a deeper thing. Yeah, that's it. That's you're on now. You're on the eternal path. Even Narada Muni, his understanding and bhakti is going deeper, deeper, deeper forever. But you got to be come to the perfect position, which is you're saved. You've the bhakti lata bij is implanted in your heart, and you're cultivating that and not some other creeper. See, that's why the devotees, most of them are not delivered yet. That bhakti is not in there because it hasn't been planted yet. You see, what's in the way is all this stuff. They don't accept it. Blah, blah, blah. See, there's no room for this seed to go in yet. But we get that crap out. They don't even know what they're doing. They just spontaneously, they're condemning all this. This is all getting all this is the preliminary. Get all the crap out. Get it all out. See, truth. Keep contact with the real Krishna, the conclusive truth. Keep preaching that. All the shit just comes out more and more. And after a while, there's no more shit to do, right? And then it goes, oh, ooh, 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 this is good. Wow, I didn't know. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't help it, man. I was just always poisoning. Yeah, I know. The Pharisee, I think it was Nicodemus. He's sitting there watching Jesus getting whipped. He's walking towards the cross, and they're just beating him. Putting a crown of thorns on him and all this stuff. And he's walking to the cross. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, wow. The mode of goodness people don't like that, but he's doing this, and so anyway, the Pharisee said, looking at this, he says, the scripture's coming to life now by the example of Jesus. The scripture, every lash, we are getting healed. He was feeling all this lashing, everything, where his heart was awakening. This is what people don't know. With every lash people put on here because of this preaching, they're getting healed and they're getting purified, even though they don't know it. That's why I say, that's when your preaching is potent. Just hey, when you're out there preaching this truth that you know and are knowing more and more, they're going to let all that stuff. They're actually healing people, healing the planet. See, this stuff, this poison is coming out of people. It has to, otherwise stays in. And they take it with them in their next existence. See, here they get it out. See, and then the seed can go in. This is the style of this kind of preaching. This kind of truth. See, the truth sets you free. That's all I do is I just preach truth on these threads, right? And I get all the feedback. See, but they're getting set free, even though it doesn't seem like it. Okay. So anyway, so give us a word, River.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Shama. I was just writing actually. You said it to me. Give us a word. Yeah, we can either get conditioned by this material world by symbolism, and we don't even know that we're getting conditioned at all angles, or we can get purified and closer to the Lord without realizing it as well. Here, I mean, I know what I would rather do is get purified without realizing it and get closer to the Lord because there's symbolism all around. There's loads of symbolism that is conditioning everybody to the narrative of these few. I just say these few.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really clear now with realizing that these devotees or anyone who doesn't come here is not sheltered, does not go through deep purification, does not understand what is going on here because they haven't really experienced it. And actually, that's why coming here regularly and hearing from you regularly, we are hearing and hearing the supreme potency, but we are experiencing by feeling and sharing and giving and receiving at the same time. It's a really it's just beautiful. I'm so grateful to be at this place, to be able to be stable on this platform, to be able to walk with you, to be able to walk with you. I realized that by getting purified, we're learning to play the game of the Lord. It's his narrative beyond all other narratives. And unless we realize that narrative, and to realize that narrative, we have to go through deeper purification by deeper devotional service. Well, the highest devotional service and hearing. Yeah, it's really wonderful. Um, and like you say, all your words just come alive, throughout. They just come alive because of being able to receive them so deeply, and they are full of Krishna. They're full of the potency of the Lord, heavy with the potency of the Lord instead of heavy with this weight of the material world. There's a choice, there's just one side, which side you want to be on. People like to stay in the mode of goodness on the fence. They like to not, they want to just understand everything without realizing what is the absolute beyond everything, meaning to take a side, to take a side, which is to be here or be or not, be here or not. And there's consequences with being here, which are great, and there's consequences with not being here, which is, and they're actually, which are great in a way, because like when they're spitting, like you saying, you really released that thing for me, Maharaj, where you said, just come on, spit as much as you want, say what you want, because we are completely protected,
Yeah.
with the potency of the Lord.
Hmm.
So they're spitting their little baby pellets, they're
Yeah.
just, unless you're strong, I was explaining this before, unless you're strong enough, you've had that empowerment, you can get poisoned by their stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
so charity does begin at home. And as we get stronger, that their pellets, they just stay where they are and they just
Yeah.
bounce back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes,
Well,
your words. Sorry,
they
Maharaj.
don't even bounce back. They actually just dissipate, which is the point. Is to get rid of them. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a trip. This whole thing. It's just beautiful. Yeah, and the more I'm just also seeing the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is I'm starting to understand the mentality and the mood and the greatness of that mercy. And that's all there. Actually, there is no other real meaning in this world but the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, really, or any, even with Jesus, there was, there's no meaning to anything in the world but the mercy of Christ, and these beings who come here with a special message. Everything else is meaningless without it, and you only know that when you start to get this mercy. It's like
Yes.
in the interviewing Maria, how her whole life has changed. It's like it added a new life. You said, "What is this?" Yeah, this is the mercy of this. It's bringing the Shuddha Bhakti, um, um, the spiritual planets here into this world. This is bringing the Lord. It's all, that it's all inside the Lord, and we're inside the Lord, and He's inside us. It's just, yeah. So anyway, we're here to distribute the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and it's extraordinary. And just by doing the sadhu sangha and hearing and chanting together, it just gets more and more apparent, these things.
Absolutely.
Shamaguri, give us a word. Yes, you.
No, no more like this. Okay. Hare Krishna, good morning
Good morning.
from Belgium.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm still here. I'm leaving tomorrow. So,
You're leaving a wealthy lady. See, you
yeah,
came here
I know,
and
I know.
it changed from a bad thing to even see, this is Krishna. Yeah, Krishna reverses.
Thank you so much, Gurudev. Thank you so much.
It's just,
Thank you,
we're
the
all,
Sangha, for everything. Yeah, so nice. So,
yeah, yeah. So what do you like about this preaching?
I love it.
Yeah,
Not like it, I love it.
you
Of
love it.
course. Yeah, sure. Cool.
Is there life in it? Is it a little? Is it lively?
Yeah. Yeah, it's giving me everything I need. Yeah, yeah.
Very good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, good.
I'm not such.
Lalita, give us a word. Is she there? Is
Yeah, sitting right beside me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic preaching, Guru Maharaj, of course. It's all inclusive preaching.
Yeah.
I'm such a bad boy.
There is nothing better than this.
And you are the best bad boy, the best one.
The best guru in the world.
Yeah,
Isn't
the
that
best.
amazing? I've come down on all the gurus, and you guys are saying that. Now that's a miracle. This is people must blow their minds. They think he he seems to, but we're not sure. He seems to, is he, maybe we don't know, but he's talking about Narayan Raj, Sridhar Maharaj, everybody, Radhakund Babaji's, Nandadas Babaji's. And they're saying, whoa, this is really great, are we, and they're all thinking the opposite, You're not supposed to do. You're supposed everything's supposed to be in the dark. No, let's kind of shine a light on everything. I kind of like that, Let's analyze it, all what the preaching has been, and and basically, the conclusion is basically should be just, oh, I see. We arrive at the conclusion is the mercy of Lord Caitanya, and where is that being preached, and go there, and get that mercy, and then preach that. That's what the Lord's plan was. That's this. This is what we're doing. This is a, you know, he had the mercy. He could chant in ecstasy. He gave it to others, and they distributed other places. It's very simple. Okay? So that's what it's about, And so we're doing that. Just you guys are getting the mercy, and then you distribute to others. Yeah, you show them. And they're gonna, do like babies do, spit a little bit. You know the drill.
Yeah. They say you point the finger to yourself, but that's not true. The Shastras point the finger to you. We read it over
Yeah,
and over
yeah,
again.
yeah, yeah, yeah. See, they think I have if I point the finger to yourself. So, yeah, well, see, they can't get out of glorifying the devotees because it's true. You point the finger to yourself. Yeah, I do. To myself, I point the finger to Krishna. That's what I'm. Yeah, you're right, but not in the way they think. Yeah, because that's what illusion does. It's all. They're pointing the finger to their false ego too, because they think the self is the false ego, and they think the devotee identifies with that. No, I do. Christians are real. That's how I stay happy. This is the secret. I'm telling you. You get all the shit out of the way. They just stay in Krishna and be happy forever, man. The unhappiness is this other, this false identification. I'm Bill. I'm John. I'm the material mind. I'm all these problems. Let me meditate on my memories of these problems and all that stuff. And sad. Okay? How can you be unhappy meditating on all these fantastic truths we have, huh? On this name. Yeah, you go around chanting, you see people they don't hear the name. They're meditating on all their problems and all they look like it too. And you go around, you're chanting and feeling great and happy, and and some people perk up and some people get purified. They also, what are you doing? Okay, well, everybody's getting purified, and some people rise to life. They like it. It's great. You know. Yeah, this is what life is all about. People don't know. People are creating horrible things in the world because they're not meditating on on the truth. On what God is truly is. At conclusive understanding. So everybody more or less is miserable in this universe. You know, but we're free in the Lord, man. There's nothing like it. It's fantastic. I'm sorry, Lily. Go ahead. You preach it. You say it. Go ahead.
I don't know it anymore, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
It's just fantastic. It's a fantastic life. It's a completely different life that we get. Uh,
Oh, you muted. Somehow you're.
this is the spirit of our life because there is spirit here. You can only talk about the spirit of our life when the spirit is present and working and doing all kinds of unexpected things that are not from this world. That's
Yeah.
that's what's happening here. By your
Unexpected. I
mercy.
like that. Unexpected.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, because we have no idea about what the spirit of our life is. We have no idea about this transformation. I had such a change, and
Yeah.
I deal differently with people. I dare to say what I think. Um, yeah.
Fanny likes the lion. She likes the bad boy.
Absolutely. She has my mood completely. Same mood. I just so recognizing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. Yeah, yeah. See, when those who hear like that, they become fantastic preachers. You know, that's why you set the best example. Like River, when River and you look at, if you see how they do, that's why they get great ecstasy in fact, because they're getting this, man. They're tasting this, and they power up with it. They soak it up, man. See, they're like energy vampires. They soak it up. See, but this energy it doesn't diminish. See, I don't get, even though they're sucking this up, man, I don't, there's more that comes. This is the amazing thing about this. I don't feel drained at all. I feel more coming. See, this is what the world, you never hear there be of energy vampires. I mean, Sachi was complaining about that today. Oh, these guys are energy vampires. They just, well, it's only because you gotta keep sticking with this here, and then you just totally get into this, totally into the world, into Krishna, and you suck that energy, man. Suck them up, man. Suck up the truth, man. Suck up the ecstasy. See, and then there's more, you know. And then Krishna's not drained. He increases. He just more comes. See, we're meant to do that. See, energy vampire thing is the what do you call the Mayak thing, the illusion. See, people they're going to they just trying to suck on people that are limited. That's why they feel drained. Oh, I got my energy, and so people, because they're not hooked into this, they're always feeling drained of energy. Yeah, and so people just need to be. They need truth, man. They need to. Oh, you mean Could you imagine if you get this pre? Oh yeah, just you're sucking on human beings. Have limited energy, and then you always need more because it's not enough. You got to learn to tap into the source, man. Unlimited bliss and ecstasy and truth and energy and life. That's why the devotees roar. You can't. How can you stop that? You wonder. Well, he's so. My gurus are not like this. They come and they just. They do the wolves in sheep's clothing, but they don't. You don't know that. Oh, you go, oh, Prabhu, yes, Prabhu. Oh, Prabhu, I'm Mr. Humble Pie. Yes, yes, yes. Don't go to Gorhari, man. You don't. No. Don't go over there. No. Go away from him. Yes, this was Radhanath. We'll name a name. Yeah, Radhanath. Oh, yeah, Gorhari. He's not in the disciplic line. That's the guru you're worshiping. He's Mr. Humble Pie. Ooh. Oh, yes, yes. Go away from Gorhari, who's really preaching the real mercy of Lord Caitanya. Go away. Oh, that's your friggin' guru, you idiots. Go away from the real path. That's how much clarity they have. Go ahead. What?
Yes, still, devotees expect that. That's the expectation of a devotee, and they are surprised when there is fire inside of a devotee.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
still expect wolves in sheep clothes because they
yeah,
are
yeah.
used to that.
They're
And if
used to
they
it.
see something different, they say, "I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in those discussions. It's not my thing."
Mhm.
Because they're used to that, and they need to be purified from those misconceptions,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
they try to manipulate things
yeah, yeah.
like they want it, like they are used to it, but it's not going to work.
Yeah, yeah, no, no.
This is another sangha.
Yeah, it's
This
another.
is a
Yeah,
different
it's
preaching.
like
This is
people
real
say.
stuff.
Yeah, this is the real thing. I mean, people being led away from this, but this is the truth. See, this is why people see. You go to Radhanath or any of those gurus, you don't get this. So it's a battle of words and truth. If you believe their conception, well, then you go and you get that, and that's not like this. If you want the mercy of Lord Caitanya, which is this relishing transcendental mellows, is what he came here to give. You come here. If you otherwise, they lead you away from here. They lead you to something lesser. See, I'm here to lead people into the kingdom of transcendental mellows. No joke. This is real, even though we joke around a lot, because you got it. This is so heavy. You have to make lots of jokes, man. Otherwise, people would pee their pants of how much truth there is here. Go ahead.
The Vaishnava etiquette is a waste of time.
Oh man, no etiquette here. We just cut right to the chase, man. Are you a living guru with the life of Lord Chaitanya's mercy coming through you? Otherwise, we don't look at that. No, we examine it. Like, are you got that mercy of Lord Chaitanya? Are you distributing ecstatic love of God? Well, the Lord, see, they always watered down. Well, the Lord has, see, the Lord has so many servants. There are the unlimited servants. So, okay, so you're going to go to these unlimited servants, or you want to go to the servant that gives love of God? I mean, you want to just, well, my preaching is, there's everybody is a servant of the Lord. And see, this is, okay, when you're ready to leave the planet, great. But hey, man, you want to take some people with you? They got to hear the truth. They got to say, you got to go where the mercy of Lord Chaitanya is being distributed, not to this guru, that guru, and all that. Hey, man, Lord Chaitanya has come and find his real representative, which is here. And if you can't see those symptoms of people getting ecstatic love, because that is what is being distributed, this is the will of Krishna now. This is in force now. Therefore come here. Otherwise, what are you dicking around, doing all these other useless paths? Did you hear anybody preach like this? Useless paths? Oh, the highest literature being preached 550 years ago that people, oh, Prabodha, he's so great, he's so great. And then you hear somebody preaching what he preached. Oh, he's so bad. You don't understand him because I'm preaching what he preached. Useless paths, all of them. All of the useless path of ISKCON's preaching now is useless. Narayan Raj is useless. Why? Because we have the mercy of Lord Chaitanya here and distributing ecstatic mellows. They're preaching, lift and get a nice, even Prabhupada, he was saying, well, you come and you follow the rules and you'll get a human birth and, and maybe a Brahmin family and, that, at least be a vegetarian and all that. Yeah. Yeah. But hey, man, this is, hey, you come here, you can become a pure devotee, a resident Vrindavan. Isn't that better than just a human being in a Brahmin family with a big false ego? Born in India or something. You come here, you get Goloka Vrindavan, man, ecstatic devotion, the highest thing. The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is here. Look at these people waking up like popping up like lilies in the field. You show me something more real than this, something more powerful than this, or more ecstatic than this, more truthful than this. And we'll
Joyful
go there.
preaching.
Yeah. Yeah, otherwise, don't you have any desire out there? You come here, your desire for Krishna will sprout because you're around people who desire Krishna, actually they know who the Lord is. The Lord shows himself to people here. Why? Because when you have a real associate, that's its style. The book even says so. Lord Chaitanya says, yes, you have love for me. Oh, wow. Therefore I give my transcendental body only to you who have love for me. Therefore you can distribute it wherever you want. You can sell it at any price. Wow, that's going on here. The verse is made manifest, made flesh. Therefore, why would you follow anywhere else where you don't see those symptoms of the Lord being transferred into the heart? And that makes the witness. That means it's true. See, there's two. Gohari's preaching all this. He's preaching the book and everything, and they're saying, "Oh, you're just a witness for yourself." Well, I got living, fleshy witnesses. Now, there's no excuse to not to believe that love of God is here. The book confirms it, the guru confirms it, and the sadhus that we had to make confirm it in Vaishnavism. Because I couldn't find one like this. I had to produce them. We're in mass production phase. Even Maria gets all this stuff into it. She says, "You're going public. You're going public, man. You're going mainstream, mainstream." I just got it. She gets a lot of this stuff intuitively. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, because this is content people need. They talk about in Facebook content. You have to have content, and they're always trying, but all their content is all bullshit, same old regurgitated stuff. It's boring as heck. Even River, she studied all this free man stuff and got bored after a while. It's just like, where is it going? See, you need to be connected with God or something. You got to see, oh yeah, this part of the pastime of the Lord. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's pushing people towards Him. Yeah, that's the only use for this stuff is preaching. Hey man, if it pushes you to the mercy of Lord Caitanya, it's great. It's fantastic. Hey, get more Carl Schwabs out there to push you faster. You know, get more of this new world order guys. And they want to control everything and hook you up to machine. What a diabolical! Krishna is funny in the way you can create these weird scenarios, man. Really weird shit, man. These guys, and his protege comes out and says, "Yes, yeah." I mean, literally, I'm watching this thing. Can't people see this? Yes, we're going to go inside the view. Oh, we're going to hack you. And people going, "Oh, okay, yeah, yeah." Yeah, we're going to go inside and control you. It's like right out of a science fiction movie. And people are just looking, so, if you're, and some people get really scared too. It's like, oh, where do we go? Where do we go? Oh, you can't go anywhere. We're in control of all the governments. Everywhere you go, they got the little temperature machine, and people wear. You notice everybody has a mask at every place you go to eat. Maybe not everywhere, but here, like everywhere you go to eat, they're all masked up. Not there, huh? Yeah. Well, anyway, here. Oh,
Finished here. We had the period behind us.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, this is the calm before the storm. You wait. By the way, so they ain't finished. No, no. That's the way it works. They just ease up a little bit and then ease up a little bit and then always tighter, tighter. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're
Anyway,
playing cat and mouse with us.
yeah, yeah, like a mouse. Yeah, 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 yeah. So anyway, that's the Lord's Maya. But you see, this is the protection. See, this is the protection. From that. You know, our bodies can be in whatever situation, right? But you know who you are. That's the main thing. I'm a devotee of Krishna. I'm here. You just be in the Lord. The Saint James was this. He was being stoned, and he was still absorbed in the Lord. And they were throwing stones at him and everything. And then he was. A lot of the Christians were like that. They were thrown to the lions, and they just kept meditating on the Lord. Haridas also was like that. He was just meditating on the name, and they were whipping him and everything. His eyes were just twinkling. Fanny's really getting it, huh? I feel so high. Oh my God. Yeah, and Fanny and everybody else, sometimes you get very high, but there's also sometimes it comes into deep purification. So just don't be surprised. I've had people sometimes when they've listened, and they were forgetting hi, and then they were the purification, and they misunderstood. They thought, oh, now this is bad. So just understand. Sometimes if it goes into that, this is good because you're getting cleaned out even on a deeper level, and then it makes more room for the expansion of more bhakti. So it's all perfect now. Whatever it is, whether you're feeling really high and that's really wonderful, and then sometimes separation might set in, and that's dissolving all of your karmas and all kinds of stuff in the union separation. See, so Krishna gives you a very deep taste for him, and then sometimes it seems to subside, but it's not. It's just burning away all the coverings in the separation, and you might even actually feel, where did that go? Where did that go? Don't worry, it'll come back, and it's just burning away this stuff that's in the way, and then you go even deeper. It's just amazing. So I don't know, your process.
I told her already. She experienced it even already.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes you feel like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's bad, and then gradually, it's like for me, it's not like it used to be, because I was this in and out in the separation, and then it becomes more steady, and then you call the Lord, and He's right there. It's just amazing. You don't have all that shit to burn up. you know, and that because it's a little uncomfortable. This it's when things are burning. You could feel it. It's like a fire in the heart. Yeah. So anyway, this is beautiful. Even, yeah, even in Vrindavan, you can be qualified to go to Vrindavan without being perfect in like perfectly pure. All you need is the attraction to Krishna, and that's what you get here. So you become attracted to Krishna, and it draws you right to Vrindavan, and then you just burn it all off. All the devotees, you come to Bhumi Vrindavan. See, in Bhumi Vrindavan, which is Earth Vrindavan. See, and there the pure devotees come from the spiritual world, and also from the world here. They've had gurus, and they're advanced in their attraction to Krishna, but they might have some propensities for piety or impiety. Just like here, some still have some of this. And so, but because you're attracted to Krishna, you can go there and finish it off. That's the reason for Bhumi Vrindavan. There's a lot of things accomplished. The devotees who are ready to be delivered do the final deliverance there. I mean, like really get qualified to go into the where the spiritual world, which is beyond the material universe, and when people have no taints, they're just completely into pure devotional service with no other desires or anything. Okay? And then people, they get contact here on this planet with such great devotees, you know, you, in these pastimes. See, so many things are accomplished when the Lord's come here, and especially in this incarnation of Lord Caitanya. There's no other mercy like this. This is why I'm so emphatic about this, and getting more so. Just like the devotees were, they knew this is no one else, no other gods or god. You can read these verses. I'm telling you, they didn't worship any other gods or goddesses. It was only Lord Caitanya and his devotees, and Radha and Krishna. That's it. Well, of course, there's Murari Gupta and all that stuff. But they were also with Lord Caitanya. So, hey, everybody got qualified to also do, they could go anywhere. That's the thing. You could be like a Jesus Christ, and you get this association. You're qualified to go where Jesus is and the angels and the saints and everything, but you can also go where Lord Caitanya is. You'll understand the Leelas in different places. You won't be a disturbance unless the Lord wants you to be. You could disturb in Jesus. You can go to, you can go in Jesus' realm, and if the Lord inspires you, you can cause some disturbance there because you'll preach. Well, is this different God? There's no God like that here, right? Yeah, and amongst Christian, where's the God of Krishna? Right? Radha, Krishna, bewildering. But the Lord might send you somewhere like that. See, Gopakumar did that. He was sent to, he was a Vrindavan devotee and was sent to Vaikuntha. And that caused a disturbance. What is this guy? He jumps on the altar. How can he? Well, none of us could do that. He dragged him down. Oh, it's offensive. See, offensive. That's why, this preaching, it seems offensive to me. Oh, it's a disturbance. What Jesus taught was a disturbance. What is this guy, disturbing our, it's disturbed, waking. But see, by the will of Krishna, that's why you need the order. Jesus got the order. Gohari Das got the order to make a disturbance. See, otherwise I can't, the Lord would have took me off the planet if this wasn't the will. That's why Prabhupada has my full approval. Krishna comes. Oh, yeah, you got my, because you're a guru, man. See, so this is the will of Krishna. Yeah, if you don't get such an order like this, why wouldn't you come here? What, you don't want to see Krishna? People come here, you're going to get to see Krishna very fast. Yeah, don't you want to see Krishna? Oh, you don't believe me? Oh, I see. Gohari, we don't believe. That's not true. Well, why don't you look at the witnesses? We don't believe the witnesses either. Well, why don't you look at the books? We don't believe them. Oh. Yeah, you can't get out of this one, man. We're cornering everybody. How can we lose, man? I got the ammunition. We got the books. We got the witnesses coming up. Yeah, lion-like preaching. Emphatic, truthful, man.
It's not an imitation of ISKCON. It's not a second ISKCON with all those things that you expect. It's completely different. It's a real thing.
That's why Prabhupada said it was postgraduate. That's why they're not ready for this grade yet. They're sitting there and we're doing the same old, same old. Better feeling stoned than being stoned. You see, it all yet new for me. So much different emotions. Yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing. The emotions and you'll see it's also a purification. The emotions and you get the ecstatic emotions, and maybe some of the old things are burning and dissolve, transforming. It's a transformation. It's wonderful. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. I didn't get very far. Sorry about that. See here. Okay. See, all glories to the devotees of Lord Caitanya, headed by Srivas Thakur, in order to fulfill all my desires. I remember their lotus feet. And really, that's really it, man. When you remember the devotees of the Lord, see, that's why I only emphasize, just remember pure devotees, who certainly are guru. Really, certainly. And when you do that, all your desires are fulfilled. See, in devotion fulfills all desires. All desires actually come from devotion. It's like, see, Radha and Krishna. See, the material universe is the external representation of the pure emotions of Radha. See, she has that other side, the Mayic side. See, she's female. Maya is also manifested as female also. See emotions. See material emotions. So material emotions bind you to the material world. Spiritual emotions awakened bind you to the spiritual world. Bind you to Krishna forever. That's why you see this is forever. One-way trip here. One way. Once you get this, you don't want to go back to that. Who would want to develop, attachment to the material world again? It's just caused us so many problems. See, so the Lord gives us spiritual emotion, attachment to Him, attachment to His name, His verses. And after a while, that's all you want, more and more and more of this, right? Yeah, it's too good. It's too good. We're on a too good path. Could you imagine having a path that you're on that's too good? Hey, yeah, we're on the too good path, man. It's just too good, man. Yeah. Oh. It is by the mercy of all these Vaishnavas and Gurus I attempt to write about the pastimes and qualities of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Whether I know or know not, it is for self-purification that I write this book. So, and again, that's how it comes. You got to get the order and the mercy of these Vaishnavas. He got it. The Vaishnavas told him, you write this book. And then the garland from the deity fell down, and he took that as a sign of God, the Lord. See? So Prabhupada came to me, and said, you preach this, has my full approval. Preach my books. Preach what you realize by ecstasy. That's all I've been doing. From this ecstatic worship, I preach that. These conclusions that come from that. Look at the result. It's amazing. And getting more amazing all the time. See, so it's authorized here. You know? This just the way it worked when all these devotees, they get the order. Look at Madhavinda Puri. What did Krishna came to him in the dream, right? And said, because of your ecstatic devotion, I'm going to appear in the world and deliver it. I'm going to appear basically deliverance is the Lord appears in your heart. See, you can't do that if you're not authorized. You had to be Jesus to give the Holy Spirit. And then you had to be a recipient of the Holy Spirit to pass it on to others. What is the difference in Vaishnavism? You have to be the recipient of the mercy of Lord Caitanya to pass that on to others, which is proof. See, yes, it's correct. Those who awaken devotion to Krishna are certainly the spiritual master. Well, see, so spiritual master is simply you've got this mercy. The Lord is awakened in your heart, matured a little bit, where you get some boldness, and you're not daunted by the purification that you cause by preaching the name of your guru, Vaishnavas, and Krishna. Why wouldn't you preach your guru's name in this world when they're here on the planet, especially where you received all of this? Because if you get one person faithful in your guru, you've saved a soul from illusion. And that only comes by that's why you have to go through the test, right? You have to go through the dedication. You go through the purification so that you can become empowered. You can't be a non-liberated soul and pass this on. That's why we've been working for 5 years, right, on this purification. So you can pass the holy name to others. Effective. See? And you can withstand all the poison coming out of people because they're not qualified. Otherwise, everybody would be in ecstatic. This whole world would be paradise. This whole world is not paradise yet because of lack of this devotees with real devotion. Remember when Krishna appeared? Everything started to be beautiful in the world. Everything's beautiful. Okay? Well, let me tell you, Krishna is appearing in our lives and everything's beautiful in our lives, right? And becoming more beautiful. And even for those around us. Okay? And that's just how it is. We keep Krishna, especially we're keeping the mercy of Lord Caitanya in this world. Even with Krishna, hey man, it was a harder path. That's why he came as Lord Caitanya, to give the gift of devotion. He's given that to us to give to others. All you have to do is convince them that what we're telling is true and overcome all the lies, all the illusions that even these gurus are preaching. All their watered down preaching, because they're not preaching the mercy. They don't got it. And we do. We have to trump over their preaching. Have to. Otherwise, people believe that. And it takes them many lifetimes. Because they even tell you, why wouldn't you believe in this lifetime, prema? Especially when you see it in others manifesting. Why? Why, oh Lord, don't they believe in prema when prema is right before their eyes? Oh, my Lord. Oh, we'll do our best. I feel I'm floating out of my body. Am I going? Am I not going? No, no. No, it's great. Hey, man, hey, just go with it, man. Fanny, just go with the wonderful experiences you get. Float. It's all going to be different than, yeah, it's not mundane, man. Go for the, go do different, man. How many boring lives have we lived, Boring, man. Yeah, we're here to help the devotees get out of these boring religious stuff. Yeah, abandon. I mean, isn't it? Doesn't even sound abandon all variety. You come here, man. You'll get that understand. You'll abandon all varieties of religion and all its intense, regulations and strict mandates and all that stuff. You won't need it anymore. It's like those training wheels, on the bicycles, It's not very fun riding that. You ever ride a bicycle when a kid, you had the training wheels. It's so nice when you learn to ride the bike. You take those friggin' extra wheels off and zoom down the road on the bicycle, man. Never fall this way. You just go fast. Get those friggin' training wheels off. Get this Vitae off, man. You don't need it. It's training wheels. Zoom down. Can't you tell we zooming down the road, man? Yeah, Krishna's our Zoom. Radha and Krishna, Zoom. You ever eat Zoom? Breakfast of Champions, Wheaties, Zoom. You eat that stuff and you zoom. That's what the idea, Hey, man, take Zoom. Eat Zoom in the morning, man, and you'll zoom through your day. Hey, well, will you do that? Krishna's our Zoom. Radha and Krishna worship Zoom through our day, man. We eat every day. We make sure we eat the Zoom, right? And we Zoom and exhume others too from their graves, their living graves. They're all walking dead. They don't have to wait for zombies to appear. There are everybody. We got zombies everywhere, man. You walk down the street, they're all, especially after they get that, man. They are everywhere. Zombies are everywhere now. No need to wait for them to have to come. Without this bhakti, you're just more or less a zombie, man. I mean, you just even Prabhupada said, you got to hear the preaching of the real devotees with real bhakti, and it takes a while because we've been bitten by the snake of Maya that's zombified us, more or less, speculations, all that stuff, the Maya, the government, preaching, the government preaching, that's the Maya, illusion. Then you got religious, you got all these friggin' obstacles, man. You got the religious obstacle, they got these big gurus and popes in the way, poopy popes, they're party poopers, right? All of them. Yeah, come here, man. Come on, let's get the party going. There's no need for the party pooper gurus now, man. Where's the party? Well, you think that's a party, the big ceremonies and the external law? No, this is the party. Truth, waking people up, relishing mellows, man. You know, that's it. The Lord came here to give that. He came here to taste that. We come here to taste that and give that. It's the same pattern. We're here. He came to deliver people, deliver this bhakti to people where they laugh, they cry, and choke up. We come here to also deliver this bhakti where people laugh and cry and choke up and do what none of those thousands of gurus can do. Not even Narayan Raj or Radha Kumbhabi. I never seen anybody doing that. Not even one. Prove me wrong, please. I don't mind. But nobody will because they can't. See, always open challenging. Oh, well, we won't do it. Yes, yes. Yeah, we have all that, but we don't show no. We're here for deliver people, right? We're here to purify ourselves. This to me, I just like the book says, I do this for self pure. I love to me. I feel purified, man. I never want to come to the end of not being purified. I love the purification process. It's fantastic, man. Sometimes I like to roll in the mud like Lord Caitanya, get a little muddy and clear it off. Commit a few offenses, do this, do that, and then come back and taste this and watch it burn off, man. Can you imagine having such a path? It's so powerful. Lord, you prove it, that you're my Lord, that you can purify me. I'm just a fallen soul, man. I just want to see your glories work. Oh yes, a great party with it. Yeah. Johan's always having a party, man.
She knows where to go. She knows the good places.
Yeah, she knows the good places. When are we going to get Fanny on here? When is she going to come up here? We're on the streets and we're on the threads and yeah. Oh, oops. Let's see. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who himself is the tree of transcendental love of Krishna, its gardener, and also the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits. See, that's when the Lord comes as guru. You see how it works? Like that. You got to plant the garden again. It was planted 550 years ago. Now it's planted again. You've got to have these qualities. You have to see these qualities in the real recipient of the mercy of Lord Caitanya, the real distributor of the mercy. They're the gardener. Okay? They're the bestower of its fruits. They're the taster of its fruits. They're the empowered version. Okay? And that's how this is. And otherwise, oh yeah, well, where is that tree? Oh well, I'm sorry, we're all no shows. We don't show the tree. We don't show the enjoyer of the fruits. We don't show the bestower of the fruits because we can't bestow the fruits. You know. See, we don't. In other words, the tree is not planted here again. It's not here manifest. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya's mercy goes unknown. And what's preached? Oh, the Narayan Raj thing. Oh yeah, by your you're going to attain Krishna by your 1 lakh chanting and by your fastings and by your strict sadhanas. Right? Yes. No. You're going to attain that mercy by the way the book teaches. And the book teaches this exactly by the associate of the Lord ordered to deliver this to even the lowest person, even dogs. And when you become convinced of that is the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat is preaching that, then the mellows of devotion will go in your heart and you'll become a believer. If you sit here long enough, you'll be convinced. Especially if you spent 2 hours a day reading Prabhupada's books and you dedicated your life to Prabhupada and the rules and the regulations, there is no excuse if you really want Krishna not to be convinced where Krishna is gotten. Krishna is gotten where the philosophy is taught of the mercy of Lord Caitanya. You don't see me teaching you, oh, it's by your austerities you're going to attain Krishna. Narayan Raj preaching that. By your austerities and you're being a big thunderbolt and renouncing all your desires, all of that stuff, that impossible path. The Lord wasn't preaching that, and Gauri Das doesn't preach that either. What does he preach? He says it's not by austerities that he was preaching. It's not by renunciation that he was preaching. It's not by sadhana bhakti doing the rules and regulations that he was preaching and all they're preaching. The book is preaching something different, and Gauri is preaching that. It's through the devotees who chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. There's so many people here already. This is the real path, and I proved it with this verse, and I proved where the real path isn't. You follow this word, you get this result, ecstatic devotion, Vrindavan, prema. You follow Narayan Raj's path, he even told you many lifetimes before you're going to get prema. So you have your choice. I mean, I'm not against the guy. I just like the truth, man. Truth is no respecter of persons, not even him. No one is. The truth is the truth. Yes or no? The truth, it is not by these things. It's by those, through a Lalita Ganga and a Johan and a river, who chant holy names. You see that in them? Yes or no? This is a court of law. Narayan Raj followers. Oh, will you say you believe in Prabhupada's book? Well, we don't believe that. Our guru didn't teach that. You're right. He didn't teach Prabhupada's books, and we do. So you go this line, you get this result. But Gaur, you're so offensive. No, I'm just truthful. The truth is going to set you free. I'm very committed to the truth, not to sentimental. Well, right, we all thought he was right. It doesn't matter, man. The truth is what's going to set you free. And I preach it here. I preach Prabhupada's books as it is, and people get set free. Okay? They get energy. I get energy because I'm preaching the truth. We get life because we're preaching the truth. You guys are all, give me a little Bhagavatam class. Well, there's this guru and that guru. What kind of guru do you want? Just your choice, man. Oh, everybody is a servant of Krishna. And nothing, it's just water, nice water over a bridge, water on a duck. Nothing sticks till you hear this preaching. See? We stick to everything. We stick to the illusion till it dissipates. That's the way truth is. See? I'm not sentimental that way. I'm very sentimental ecstatically. I love that because it gives me this kind of clarity. I become indifferent I become different than the illusion by that. Yeah. So, the bottom line, it comes down, what word do you accept? Do you want to accept these other gurus and teachers whose words don't produce ecstatic love? Or you want to accept the word of a devotee that produces ecstatic love and even has Prabhupada's books to prove it? Now, what is more intelligent? Now, if a Narayan Raj or anyone else and anywhere else being taught something else can't logically see then what can be done? They're not, after you hear preaching like this, I'm not following etiquettes. I'm just cutting to the chase, man. Truth, and liberate some people here. That's why Jesus liberated people. Lord Caitanya, he was very emphatic in the preaching. That's Chaitanya Charitamrita. He preached that. And people got devotion to Krishna. Therefore, Gohar is preaching that too. And people get devotion to Krishna. What does that mean? The empowered version of the Lord's here, isn't it? Same result, right? Yeah, but you're not wearing a great dhoti and you don't have thousands of followers. Yeah, because a lot of we only a few people right now will take the mercy of Lord Caitanya, but it'll increase more. There's nothing like this here. No greater preaching and power that I've seen. There's no time left for etiquettes, anything. Yeah, these actually true. Why did Jesus Christ say it's the etiquette that's going to set you free? What do Vaishnavas say? Oh, it's the etiquette that's going to set you free. It's the rules going to set you free. And they're wimps, man. No energy, no courage. They're afraid of committing offenses to pure devotees that are not pure devotees yet. Pure devotee is somebody who can do this work. Oh, well, of course you could be a neophyte pure devotee, but we make that distinction. If you think, well, all these gurus, Tamal Krishnas and then Narayan Rajas and all of this and Prabhupads and the Radhakund Babajis, they're all the servants of the Lord. Yeah, they're all pure devotees. More or less neophytes probably, or somewhere in between. See, then there's the eternally liberated soul who's liberated in the mercy of Lord Caitanya and distributes the mercy of Lord Caitanya. You can't cheat that, man. You guys can say all you want about these fantastic gurus. Okay? But there's the eternally liberated devotee, man. Okay? That preaches the mercy of Lord Caitanya and distributes it and gets the job done. Actually liberates people in this life. I'm not saying, the real mercy is many lifetimes before you get prema. Yeah, because you're preaching these, you can go to this guru and that guru and all that. You don't preach the mercy of Lord Caitanya. You don't believe in it. Can you imagine you, Narayan Raj? I'll point you out. You, Narayan Raj, shame on you. Well, you're doing the best you can. But anyway, you don't believe in the mercy of the Panchatattva. He didn't believe in the mercy of the Panchatattva. That's why he preached many lifetimes for you. I believe emphatically in the mercy of the Panchatattva that you can be delivered in this lifetime. That was the preaching. That's the book. Not only that, people are getting delivered because of that kind of faith and preaching the real thing as it is. Don't give me this, we're going to just follow him because he wore a nice dhoti and he had thousands of followers and everybody just, Narayan Raj or this guru or that guru, they're so great. Did you get ecstatic love like Lalita Ganga? Can you chant and prove that you have ecstatic devotion and tears are pouring out? You're laughing like a mad woman? Have you done that? No, not even one. So what good is that? Why not come here and listen to this preaching? Why wouldn't you believe where the desired result is so easily attained? That makes sense to me. Can you imagine people just come here and they're, Lord Chaitanya, you just walked in the door and Lord Caitanya walked in the door. What is that about? She watches a week's worth of videos and prema awakens in her heart and starts the job. See, she got the true vine. It's always the same preaching. You find the true vine. It's the real associate of the Lord. And what happens? The gardener gets activated in your heart and starts burning away all this bullshit that can't be burned away in the Narayan Raj thing and all these other sanghas. I know I'm wild, man. Wild man. And this bhakti is very wild, takes its own course, doesn't respect anybody that has not preaching the mercy of Lord Caitanya. I'm just encouraged by this stuff. That's why I watch them. They're going, ooh, ooh, ooh. They get worse, they get more wild. I watch their faces. They're saying, oh, yes, like, see, you want to know what Nityananda was like? This is the closest you're going to get in this lifetime, my friends. Really, honestly, no joke, but lots of jokes too. Wild stuff. See, people just been taught the etiquettes, in Vaishnavism. Oh, so you walk around like this and that. You don't know the bhakti. There was 500. They were just like wild with this bhakti. That's why they wanted to railroad Lord Caitanya out of town. They wanted to throw Srivas's hut into the Ganga. These are the Vaidhi Bhaktas now. See, but they all apologized at a certain point. They realized, wow, yeah, well, you had to get it out, man. They had to get it out, and then they cleared, and they realized, oh, how fools we are, everything we've been see. Then they looked at the scriptures and they realized, the personifications of the scriptures were right before their eyes, and they couldn't see before, but now they could. That's why we're you're like this here in this world. You're bound by ropes of illusion. Unless the mercy of the devotees come here and do the divine intervention like we're doing for the Vaishnavas, you just more or less are bound even by the rules and regulations and mode of goodness stuff. And you know, we come in here, we just I'm sorry, we have to untie you. We don't. We're used to this. Don't untie it. Too bad, man. Whether you ask for it or not, that's our Lord. My Lord's style is like that. Well, you didn't ask for it. Well, you don't know what's really good for you, so we'll untie you anyway. Well, we're used to these. This is what they're trying to do. The government get you to. They complain. Well, we're used to wearing our masks. Now we don't want to. You see, you don't have to wear a mask even here, but people are still wearing them. Well, we got used to it. We're used to limitations, right? Well, we're used to all these rules and regulations and all this speculations and all this. We're used to being bound. I'm sorry, man. My Lord said no. He ordered the whole universe to chant the holy name and accept the association of his associates. There she is, Mary. She's a turtle. The turtle comes. Haribo, everybody. Hey, we've been here for 2 hours and a half. Where you been there, Sachi? Just joking. That's okay. Thank you for coming. She watches the replay anyway. Just joking around. Yeah, I'm just kind of, a little intense right now. So, wild thing, you make my heart sing. Oh, she was good with the songs. Wild thing, you make my heart sing. I always like that song, Zzz. She had Z's. She was in the Z's space. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So I love the verse is really wonderful. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. See, so ultimately you need the empowered version now. That's the devotee. If you take shelter, you see, you notice this seems to work when you really get convinced. I take shelter of such a devotee. Then it works, doesn't it? You don't take shelter and it doesn't work, huh? That's why the thing, you got to hear enough till you're convinced. Like, oh, I see. It's about taking shelter of guru, a real guru, empowered guru, taking shelter of their ideas that are better than my own even. Because look at what I got, man, just a bunch of sorrow having my own thoughts and thinking about, the world and the past and the futures and and the present mundane moments and all of that. And my guru comes along, and when I meditate on him, I'm just meditating on the truth he speaks all the time. See, I take shelter. When you take shelter, when a person is eternally liberated soul, they're eternally liberated because they have the shelter of Krishna. The shelter is this ecstatic chanting, man. That means you have Radha. See, devotion. Devotion binds you to Krishna. See, binds you to the spiritual form, not the material form. See, this dissolves your attachment to the material forms. That's why I say, why are you worried about trying to, Narayan Raj was preaching, you got to renounce, renounce, renounce. What I say? No, attach, attach, attach to Krishna through devotion. And then the renounce comes automatically. Renounce, renounce, renounce. That's why go the hard way. Why not, counteract by attachment to Krishna? Why go such a long route? You know how long you'll be trying to renounce the material. You notice the Vaishnavas still preaching that renounce, give up, give up, give up, give up. And nobody's saying, hey, attach to Krishna. Come here. Get attached to Krishna so easily. The mercy of Lord Caitanya is here. We preach it. We taste it. We relish it. We distribute it. Get attached to Krishna so easily. And then all these things will drop, 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 drop. This is the dropping path. It's the passing the stool path of material attachments. Would you rather pass? It feels good when you pass it this way. What? You don't like my analogies here? What? I think they're getting a little smelly, but look at the guy. What do you expect from a guy who looks like that? Yes, it's a new way. We pass we pass our material attachments like excrement. Just pass it. Instead of, I got to try to, it's like you're constipated and trying to, you're sitting there, it won't go. I'm trying to get rid of this. Here, you just come here and you get attached to the transcendental Lord, man, and just pass it. You literally passes out of your body. Much better way, isn't it? Everybody likes to pass it, you don't like constipation. This way you see these Vaishnavas, these sannyasis, they look a little constipated, man. They can't pass their material stuff. It's so hard. They got to, all these rules. They got to, sannyasas, is incredibly difficult. The transcendental X-lax. Yeah, by taking shelter. See, you got to see. Okay, where are the symptoms of this tree being? Like here. These verses lead the way. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. See, that's the idea of worshiping the Guru as good as God. Now, that has gotten a bad rap. Why? Because those thousands of gurus, how many of them are as actually good as God? Come on, man. Now, what does good as God mean? It means the verse. When you're ready to be delivered, you get the verse personified. What is that verse in on the Spiritual Master, chapter 1? When you're ready to be delivered, you get the bona fide spiritual master, who is Krishna, who comes as the Guru. He's the external manifestation of the super soul that you can't see. That's the gardener. He initiates. He's the true vine because he's the gardener from within, without. Oh, yes, that's the Guru. Yes, it's a big standard, isn't it? No human being can manifest such a standard. The Lord has to actually grab somebody and use them for his purpose. The verses personify. Boy, you hear these verses, they make an impression from the real deal. You didn't hear Narayan Raj preach anything like this. No. And Prabhupada would have, but he knew, no, let's wait a little bit. Let's get everybody. Yeah, he's smart, intelligent, our line. Very intelligent line. Yeah, let's get everything. Let's get all the ducks in a row. And then the duck will quack and you will quake. See all these fantastic analogies, man. You got every class has it. You should write these down, man. It's just trippy. Great verse, isn't it? We can milk that verse. I'd rather milk the verses than all these cows. There's so much more work. Everybody's milking the cow. We saved Govinda from milking those cows.
You milk the verses and you drink them immediately.
Yeah. Milk them just immediately, man. No glass in between. That's how Krishna did it. Actually, Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya and Krishna, well, not Lord, but Nityananda and Balaram, and they would just go under the udder and just no need for the glass. It's kind of like this. See, so that's the shelter you need. You really the verses become real. See, it's got to be. You got to be like a Jesus. Not Jesus was Jesus, but his words are true. He was a true vine. You want to be delivered. You got to meet a true vine. See, a vine. See, that activates the Holy Spirit in you. That's why a real follower, true followers of the real disciplic lines, they ultimately activate the gardener in you. See, purifies within because they're been purified from within and the Lord uses them from without to activate. See? You must be born again. And Lord Caitanya said the same thing. You must be you have to have your spiritual body awakened. Krishna has to arise in you. You have to look at that baby. It has to come before your awareness. Oh, that's Krishna. Oh, wow. Let me look at Krishna forever now. Then you grow, Krishna grows. You grow, Krishna grows. Forever. I need to transcribe this one. This is so great. Yeah. Oh, it's a good class. I'm glad. There's a lot of power in these verses. See, all I can give my disciples and friends here is a kind of inclination where you love these verses too. To me, this is loving God. I like practical. To me, if you don't love these verses and you don't like to describe them as they are and magnify and clarify them, you don't really love God. If you don't chant the holy name where you're just relishing so much honey and juice pouring out of there, you don't really love God. You're just putting on a show. Yeah. Yeah, I like practical. Prabhupada was practical too. Yeah. Show me, show us, show the world that you really love God. Show them that you love these verses as they are. You present them so clear that God has to awaken people. He cannot help himself. And Radha just you impress Radha in our hearts. And where she says, wow, you're waking me up now. This show is only for Radha. That's actually what's really going on here. We want to, impress her. If she's impressed, everything is perfect. Automatically impress Krishna. Oops. Just 1 second. I got to do something here. Hare Krishna. Rest my voice too while I do this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You know what? I think that's enough for now, actually. That's intense. Almost 3 hours already, so. Hey, isn't it? This is so great, man. It's so fun. Yeah. We're really, I really feel lucky, man. Really lucky, Can't wait to rest my voice a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, if anybody's wants to, like not the ones that have been donated. So if anybody new is feeling inspired to donate, let me put this thing. You're welcome to donate here. I got some things I could do with the money, and so if anybody, I just let you know this. This is absolutely free for everybody, not really. But if you want some way you want to help me out, you can donate at this PayPal and all these other things. And by the way, if you've donated already, please do not put yourself out. You've done so much, everybody. So this is not for you. This might be for some new people or something that may be listening, like that. So don't, there's no obligation. It's just, cheerful heart thing. And if you have extra, okay. So have a nice day, everybody. And, I'll be back. I can't wait. Actually, I want to. There's so many verses, huh, Shamaguri, to explain. We got more up there, man. Are you waiting for that? I'm also waiting. I just got to rest the voice a little bit. Yeah, and I'll see you a little bit. Oh, 17 people today. That's great. All right, Hare Krishna.